Yo, what's up, everyone? It's Peekaboo, and today we're reacting to the Odd1sOut Nuzlocke. I've been wanting to react to this for a little bit now. It looks super good, and for those of you who don't know, my qualifications, I've completed most of the Drayano ROM hacks. I've done a ton of Nuzlockes. I've played Pokemon my entire life. I wouldn't say that I'm good, but I would say that I'm better than the average bear at a Nuzlocke. You know, let's just get right into the video. You guys, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's go. Oh, that's so nostalgic. I love that opening.
A Pokemon Nuzlocke is a set of rules that turn a normal playthrough of Pokemon into a hardcore playthrough of Pokemon. You're only allowed to catch the first Pokemon you see per route, and if any of them faint, they actually don't live anymore.
They die
and you
forever.
can never use them again. The game I will be Nuzlocking will be Pokemon Ruby.
Ooh.
Not because I'm copying Jade.
I love, so first off, I love how Jaden is the elephant in the room. I love that reference. He just drew her as like Dawn fan, elephant in the room. But Ruby's such a great choice. My first actual game that I really learned was Gen 3. I primarily played on Sapphire and then moved to Emerald. I didn't play a lot of Ruby. I think just at the time, I loved Kyogre a lot more than Groudon. I was a Sapphire boy. I played it, Game Boy Advance SP. I took it to school.
But because Gen 3 is my favorite generation, and out of the three
same.
games, Ruby was the one I played as a kid and bought with my own money.
Wow.
It was $40.
I didn't buy it with my own
Imagine
money.
paying that.
Okay, sorry, I'm pausing it again, but that is crazy. $40. Again, I didn't buy it when I was a kid. Thankfully, my dad bought it. I really wish I was more conscious back then of what games like costed and paid more attention to that instead of just like, I want a game. Go to like Walmart, go to Target, GameStop. It just went and bought the games. $40? That's insane. They're like probably like $1,000 right now.
Much for a copy of the game now. Also, full disclosure, I've seen other PokeTubers who have a deep, uncanny knowledge of this game and use calculators to make the best, most optimal plays, but I'm not quite at that level yet, so I might make choices that some could consider
Me too, buddy. Me too.
suboptimal.
I thought grass was like super.
Ooh, I love this layout. This is such a good layout. This is better than my layouts, and I've been doing this for years. That's a great layout. I love it. I love how it's Groudon themed. All the aspect ratios are correct. You get a cool team view. I love it. All right. Also, yeah, there's always suboptimal plays in a Nuzlocke, or there's a really optimal way to play where you do a damage calc for every single scenario. My best advice, if you're getting into this, just have fun. Just play the Nuzlocke, go with your gut and learn. You don't have to do calcs. You don't have to worry about all this stuff. You don't have to worry about stats. That's what I think.
Effective against water. Why is he super effective against me?
But if you can forgive me and look past all that,
I can.
then let's get out of
look
this
past
truck
it.
and start our adventure. Let's see. Someone's already picked Torchic.
Why is
When I
Torchic
played this
missing?
as a kid, I picked Trico. So that means we're left with Kipmud.
The best starter, in my opinion.
After defeating my rivals Trico, I headed to Oldale Town and caught my first Pokemon that would be joining our team, Floof the Poochiana.
Aw, look how cute
I'm
he
guessing
is.
naming Pokemon after pets is very common in Nuzlocke.
Yes.
By the way, this is how Floof's very first fight went.
Not the first crit. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
The crit to no
do you want
damage.
to learn how to catch Pokemon?
No.
No. I'm good. Well, that's too bad. First, you want to get them weak by throwing tiny rocks at them. Traveling
Actually, that's only in the Safari Zone. No, just kidding.
through Route 104, I caught
A Zigzagoon?
Igzy the Zigzagoon. I'm probably not going to train her up or anything, but she will be useful teaching useless HMs too. What's that, Igzy? You have an ability where you pick up random objects? And you picked up a revive? Oh, Igzy.
We can't use that.
I can't use
Not
these.
in a Nuzlocke.
Wandering through Petalburg Woods, some guy asked me if I'd seen any Pokemon named
Shroomish?
The main reason Gen
Ooh.
3 is my favorite is because the best Pokemon ever, Breloom, makes his debut.
Yo, low-key, Breloom, one of the most underrated Pokemon ever. Personally, I didn't see like the potential of Breloom when I was first playing through these games, but now coming back to it and Nuzlocking it again and again, I've played these games so many times. Breloom, with being like grass fighting and its coverage with like Spore, Mach Punch, Sky Uppercut, like a lot of it's so good. It has such good utility. Bravo to you for seeing the potential on your first Nuzlocke and loving this guy. Bravo. All right.
This game. Why, if I found a Shroomish in this forest, I would probably react like this.
This guy was being truthful.
No, Does he get it?
I named Shroomish Goat because not only is he the greatest...
I love how they're just beating the shit out of this guy in the back.
of all time, but because I was also working on this other video about goats.
It's an interesting
so I had a lot
reap.
of goats on the mind. We made it to Rustboro Town and challenged Roxanne, the rock-type gym leader, but thankfully we picked the water starter, so...
You goated?
You know, Kid Mup, do your thing.
This
I
is
caught
not
a
the
Tailo
squirt
on Route
bottle.
116, and keeping with the naming Pokemon after pets theme, I named him Ari2. Not to spoil anything, but don't get too attached to Ari.
No, dude, Swellow's such a good bird Pokemon. That's an obvious statement. Okay. Swallow is such a good flying type Pokemon for Gen 3. Evolves really early. It gets access to like a lot of good damaging moves early on.
Ari2, Jaden. We sailed to Juford Town and saw that the second gym was a fighting type gym, so that meant fighting
You're
type.
RE2.
Goodness. It was Ari2's time to
Yep,
shine.
there we go.
He's like actually a higher level. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. He's too high of a level.
Despite being a lower level, we decided to wing it and managed to defeat everyone's Pokemon, only having to tap out at Brawly's Macahuita, which Kid Mup mopped the floor.
Yeah, it's a little too bulky for
Hey,
your
when you start walking on two
Halo.
legs, Kid Mup. The next HM we learn is this terrible move, Flash. The only thing Flash is good for is lighting up a dark cave that technically isn't even required to progress through the game if you know where you're going. I, however, do not. Currently,
I remember when I was like young, I stayed in that cave forever. I refused. So not refused. I just don't think I ever tried to go and find Flash. I never knew that you needed to talk to the hiker in the beginning and be like, where he warns you. I just went through it and I was like, dude, this sucks. And then I did that for a few times over and over again. And then now I know that cave like the back of my hand. But yeah, you don't need it. So don't worry about it. I hate teaching HM moves to like a Pokemon and like messing up a move slot. Always during Nuzlocks, I just say, hey, get an HM friend where it's just a random encounter where you can teach them to. It doesn't ruin your team synergy, all that fun stuff.
Goat is the only one on the team who can learn Flash.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm like 80% sure once a Pokemon learns an HM move, they can't unlearn it.
No,
so
there's
I
only the
really
daycare
don't
trick.
Teach this S-tier Pokemon an unforgettable F-tier move.
Just gripping
Oh
it,
boy,
bro.
an Abra! I bet he can learn Flash. Oh boy, a Zubat! Okay, I'm kind of fudging the rules here. This Zubat wasn't technically the first Pokemon I saw on this route, but does it even count as an encounter if all you do is look at a Pokemon and then they teleport away?
Excuse me?
Technically, yes, but how I break this down is 3 different routes of Nuzlocking. So you have your very experienced, like hardcore Nuzlocke where you understand that you need to bring an early game mean look Pokemon. Early game mean look Pokemon or a way to trap a Pokemon that prevents teleporting and all that stuff for these encounters. If you play for real, like if you're really serious about it, that does count as an encounter, and you should be prepared with mean look. There's a middle ground where it's like, oh dang, it teleported away. I don't get an encounter now. You know, that's not very fun, especially if you're early on. But like if you're experienced and you know there's a teleporting encounter and it's a really low encounter rate, because Abra is like really low to encounter in this cave, I say like, all right, just wash your hands, you move on. And then there's this level. If you're beginning and it teleports away, don't worry about it. Get another encounter. Encounters really matter, especially early game. The more encounters you can get, the better.
Look, I just need this useless Pokemon to learn this unrequired
Crobat's
move.
really cool,
Zubat,
okay?
I'm calling you Mr. Flash and immediately teaching you.
You can't learn it.
No!
Goat, you can learn Flash.
No!
After clearing out
bummer.
Team Magma from a museum,
Hopefully he finds
we
out
were
about the
ready to
daycare
take on
trick.
Watson, the electric-type gym leader.
Your ground
Luckily,
type.
we picked
Nice.
the water ground starter, so Kid Mup, do your thing.
Dude, okay, now he's a freaking dirt gun. This is why I love Swampert. For like the first 3 gyms, technically, Swampert is you can solo. Not the metal pipe sound.
Now what? Do I go here? Here? How did I get here? During my
No, not
wandering,
the
both
cave.
Pokemon I named after pets evolved into bigger versions of themselves,
Nice.
and Goat learned Headbutt.
Can I get rid of
Headbutt
Flash?
101.
No!
hey lady, I'm kind of lost, so I'm...
The Mew Jesus in the back is crazy. Oh, like a Togepi. I love that. That is great art. That's a very deep cut.
Entering random houses and asking NPCs where I should go. Oh, you have harbor mail? I'll trade you that for my coin case. Coin case? You know, for gambling. Gambling? Listen,
What?
I don't have a problem. The reason I'm this excited is because one of the prizes you can win at the casino is a Pokemon. A
not this one.
Pokemon that may help me build the perfect team. So before I checked what the
Not the
prizes
Kawaii
actually
eyes.
were, I bought 500 coins for a measly 10,000
You're gonna
Pokédollars.
you can't buy a Pokemon from here.
Just dolls? I just
That's
wasted a lot of
Fire
money,
Red.
didn't I?
Good
It's
news
Fire Red.
though, Goat evolved into his perfect form and
Yes,
learned Mach
perfect.
Punch.
Right.
Eventually, I talked to the right NPC, taught Iggy Rock Smash, and while exploring a fiery path, I caught my first Fire-type Pokemon.
Okay.
Ooh, camera up's good.
Let's go, man.
Even though Numels can be found in the desert, have a big hump on their back, and evolve into something called Camerupt, for some reason, I never looked at this Pokemon and thought, camel. I always thought, fire cow.
Same. Honestly, same.
So that's
it took
why
me
I named her
forever.
Cooked Beef. Then on Route 114,
Honestly, camera up there is a pretty good encounter. I personally prefer Torkoal from that area if I can manip it or just get lucky. I think Torkoal is generally a little bit better of a fire type, especially if you have Swampert, then you have 2 ground types.
we encountered a Zangoose.
Ooh.
I have no clue what this Pokemon does, but it looks way cooler than all the Oddishes and tiny birds I kept running into, so it had to be awesome. Cooked Beef, the 9 levels you have on this goose are more than enough to weaken it. Hit him with an
Crit. No.
So, my only fire type died to a quick attack that did 50 damage. Zangoose, or should I say Beef Eater, you can join the team for now, but just know, we could have killed you at any point. It was a challenge not to kill you. We headed up a...
Dude, Zangoose, it's actually such a goated Pokemon. One of the best normal types in Gen 3, in my opinion. Right behind Slacking or something. I mean, just having the normal boosted stab moves with getting slashed, it's a quick attack, doing strength, anything like that is really great with Zangoose. Plus, gets a hidden ability. I think it's immune to poison damage, so then you can pre-poison it to where you don't have to worry about getting confused or burned or some other statuses for certain fights in this game.
Mountain and fought Maxie, the leader of Team Magma, who had his own floof Pokemon, which Goat took care of, and he had his own evolved cooked beef. I sure wish I had one of those on the
Not
team.
him eating the
Hey,
bones.
Beef Eater, why don't you make yourself useful and fight that Crobat?
But be careful. Nice. Teaching strength of this thing early on is also really good. Really powerful move.
Cool. As we headed down the mountain,
Okay, it's
who
kinda
did I encounter but
Who's the new Pokemon?
another Numel? Immediately, I abandoned Beef Eater to make room for Return of King. Before we
So
take
funny.
on gym number 4, I think I figured out a way to get Goat to forget the move Flash without having to beat him over the head with a 2x4.
Oh, come on, yes,
A
daycare,
little
daycare,
Pidgey
daycare.
told me that Goat was about to learn a new move at his next level. So, by placing him in the Pokemon daycare
Yes,
and doing
Goat
some
is strat.
light cardio outside, he'll level up, learn the new move, and forget Flash. And my plan worked like a charm.
Yeah.
It really sucks that this is the only way to get Pokemon to forget an HM move. You'd think they'd have some, I don't know, a move deleter NPC or something. Gosh. Now
They
you'd
do,
think
but it's just
that since I
Lilycove.
picked the water starter, that the fire type gym wouldn't be an issue. But it was.
Yeah, sunny
Floof
day,
and
buddy.
I quickly learned why biting lava was a bad idea.
Okay.
Thankfully, Kidmup,
Oh.
who I don't know why I didn't send out first, took out both of Flannery's Slugmas with no issue. But then
Just stick to your ground
she
type moves.
sent out Torkoal. Even though Kidmup was using a super effective move, he only did this much damage.
You gotta do ground.
Torkoal's body slams were doing this much damage and paralyzing us. Okay, Goat, I know you're the goat, but you understand why you can't fight a fire turtle, right? RE2, looks like you're up. Finish her off with a steel whip.
Oh no. RE2!
No! What do we do? What do we do? None of you are great choices. What I really need is a...
The double pair was insane. If you got paired on Mudkip and then got paired in RE2, that's unlucky. But still, even with that pair, that overheat, it's doing a lot of damage in Sunny Day.
Turn to heal up Kidmup, but... Hey, Igzy.
No!
Are you aware of the concept taking one for the team? Given the dire circumstances, this felt like the best choice. Sorry, Igzy. With Kidmup healed, we managed to get Torkoal's health really low, but
Just
then
use your ground type
Kidmup
move.
refused to finish the fight because he was, in his words, immobilized by love. Kidmup, I know you're letting this turtle body slam you on purpose, and you're sick for it! Do you really think we have a future together? Okay, Goat.
it's like step on me, Torkoal. Also, go to note, once you get more into the games, keep in mind what gym leaders or boss fights have female like specific Pokemon for attract and what is it attract and it's I think there's like an ability, I forget it, but anyways, they'll get immobilized by love if you have the same type, like same gender. Male or female, it doesn't work.
I know this is a fire turtle, but she's mostly using body slams. Could you please punch this turtle's head off without falling in love?
Not the realistic hands.
We earned our fourth gym badge, but it wasn't without some casualties. RE2 and Igzy, we wouldn't have made it this far without you.
Igzy.
Thanks for everything.
RE2.
We traveled into a sandstorm where I picked up 2 Pokemon, this fossil, and this weird Pokemon I've never seen before, Baltoy. All right, King, my second chance at a fire type. I know this isn't your natural habitat, but why don't we train here in the desert for a bit? Oh, you found a Baltoy. I just caught one of those.
No, self-destruct.
I'm not sure what its moves are, though.
No, it's...
God!
No, the self-destruct crit. He is getting so unlucky.
Team. I know everyone is upset this thing shares a species with the Pokemon who blew up King, but it possesses psychic abilities that I believe could be very useful. So please everyone give a warm welcome to King Eater. No one step on it. We headed back to Petalburg City and faced gym number 5, my dad. Also, I brought Odd1ish just in case we had another Igzy type situation. Am I an integral member of the team? You sure are, bud. Despite a few close calls.
Dude!
Oh my god, another crit?
Dude!
Another crit? It's like 5 crits.
No!
Everyone, including Odd1ish, made it out alive.
Oh my god.
Good thing we have free healthcare. I don't know what I'd do if someone took away my free healthcare. Not right now, Goat. Across the water on Route 118, I caught Pikachu the 11th.
That's crazy. He was Luigi? He was in a Luigi cosplay talking about healthcare? So that's crazy.
Trike. Great. I don't know, he's electric like Pikachu, and his head kind of looks like Pickles, so... Whatever,
no, I can't
having an
unsee
electric
that.
type
It's
on the
crazy.
team is huge. After inspecting all the Pokemon I had, I figured Mr.
Dude, I love his right. I'm sorry, I paused this right in the middle of a team thing. I love his world building and the sound effects he uses and how he tells a story in his script. Because when you script these out and when you do stuff, it's very hard not to constantly repeat yourself and go, and then I did this, and then we went to this gym, and then this happened. Terrible timing for me to give the shout out, but it just came into my brain and I had to do it.
Flash's flying poison moves could be useful. So I evolved him into Golbat, and then, here you go, daycare lady. All right, my favorite Pokemon, who wants some ice cream? Gosh, I love you guys. I couldn't ask for a better team right here. At Fort Tree City, we were ready to take on Winona, the flying type gym leader. Wait, this weird lizard's blocking our path. Kidmup, can you? Oh, cool, you're back on 4 legs again. Also, Pikachu, why are you blue? The only thing that stood between me and Winona was this incredibly hard 2-piece puzzle.
Don't worry, I've struggled on these for so long as well. Believe me, you.
Through this.
Okay, not this long, but...
Oh, figured it out.
Pikachu was able to spark Winona's Swellow, and Kidmup, through sheer willpower, tanked all of Alteria's Earthquakes, narrowly avoiding death by 8 hit points. Good work, Kidmup. Pikachu, you know what to do. I found a TM for Ice Beam on an abandoned ship, and King Eater, you can learn Ice Beam? I'm sorry it's taken me this long to realize how awesome of a Pokemon you are. You know, King Eater, with you on the team, I think we'll be okay without a fire type. I entered Lily Cove City, and my rival wanted a rematch. Kidmup knocked out her Swellow, no problem, but then she sent out Grovyle. Ooh, I know the perfect matchup for this. King Eater, why don't you show this grass type that new move you learned?
Well... Yeah. It's gonna... Will it freeze? Freeze? Oh...
Are you gonna use the Hyper Potion?
It's gonna crit, isn't it? Yep.
I can't believe I got that upset at losing a Pokemon that before this challenge, I had never even considered playing with.
Wait, was that just a roll then? Hold on, let's go back. Because that wasn't even a crit.
S-type, that new move you learned.
So, First Leaf Blade does... Oh, yeah, it does exactly 60 damage.
What?
Wait, no, am I dumb? So 1 to 60... I'm gonna look so dumb here. 1 to 60, 40 to 100. So, oh, it did 42 damage. Okay, so that's a crazy roll if it killed at 59 without a crit. Because Leaf Blade doesn't compound, doesn't do anything. So he must have got like the lowest roll to then the highest roll. So Ice Beam, I don't think this is ever a roll. I just don't think he ever kills. I would personally always switch here.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I
would always...
can't
I don't want to pause it on
believe
this.
challenge. I had lover community or watchers.
So yeah, always in that instance, if you're just above 50% health on a super effective move, I would always switch. You never know if there's gonna be a crit. It's called playing around the crit. I fail to do this all the time. I lose tons of Pokemon to this. Also, I love the theming. The Pikachu stained glass, the Mew and Togepi again as just Jesus and the baby. I don't know. Maybe Togepi's the Holy Spirit. Who knows? Justice for Claydol.
I'm sorry, I didn't know he hated grass. All right, team, we're not fighting any more gyms until each one of you is in peak physical shape. Floof, why haven't you evolved into Houndoom yet? What about this fossil? Is this fossil any good? We picked the plant one. We got the plant. What about Mr. Flash? Has anyone seen Mr. Flash? Why hasn't that loser evolved yet? Hey, buddy. So listen. We're friends, right? You know, Goat had to stay in the daycare once. Yeah, it was to forget the move Flash. Look, Mr. Flash, I know I technically shouldn't have even taught you, and I named you after a garbage move I thought you could learn, but I want you to evolve so you can be the best version of you on the team. Don't you want to join the team? I have this soothing bell you can hold on to. Welcome to the team, Mr.
Goated.
Flash. With the team stronger than ever, I surfed my way to an island that had a Pokemon graveyard inside a tall building, and for the first time ever, I could actually grieve with the other trainers. That was a great battle, dude. Yeah, it was. Here's some money. So Kidmup was holding an amulet coin, so you actually owe me 600. We defeated more Team Magma Grunts at the top of the tower, and on our way down, I caught what I thought was going to be a super awesome Pokemon, but turned out to be a little disappointing.
Let's go.
My third chance at a fire type, my son, the Vulpix, which I immediately evolved into Ninetales.
Oh no!
Why was she
Okay, so for those of you who don't understand why this is a terrible thing, Stone Evolutions have the worst learn sets possible. They usually only learn about 1 to 2 moves. So in Stone Evolutions, you want to delay the evolution as much as possible. Vulpix will learn Flamethrower. Ninetales will not.
disappointment? I don't know. You'd think a fire type would have no problems defeating a Gloom, but alas.
Are you gonna lose it?
I'm not saying Ninetales is a lame Pokemon. I'm saying mine specifically was. Floof and Kidmup easily cleared the Psychic Gym with Shadow Ball and Surf, and with that, we just have one more gym before we... Is the sun on fire? So I haven't really been paying attention to the story, and now the legendary Pokemon Groudon is angry. And as much as I would have liked to have Groudon on the team, I never found the Master Ball, so we're not risking it. Oh, hey, Wallace. Oh, you're the water type gym leader? Oh, I hope my fighting grass Pokemon will be okay. No, you don't have to fight the Celio. I'll get Floof to do that. And with our 8th gym badge, we could finally travel through Victory Road and
I'm kind of sad he didn't get Groudon. Normally, again, Nuzlocke snobs, they could be like no legendary types because it makes it too easy. But I would be like, first Nuzlocke, try to get Groudon. You don't have to have a Master Ball, just paralyze it, put it to sleep. Throw tons of Ultra Balls at it. I've caught it with some Quick Balls. I've caught it in Ultra Balls. I've caught it in Pokeballs. You just got to be persistent enough and have enough heals. That's what I would have recommended. He would have been an amazing Fire type over Ninetales, and you could have breezed through the Elite Four with it.
Face the Elite Four. Aren't you forgetting something?
Not the Gardevoir pillow. Hey, chat. Where can we get that? Send the links. Send the links.
Oh. I don't know how you want me to respond to that.
Is Wally me?
This is it. Our final challenge.
The whiteboard?
Each one of you has trained very hard. And as a reward, you'll each be receiving a piece of candy.
You get a candy.
Rare candy.
You get a candy. You get a candy. You get a candy. And you get a candy. This is it. This is game.
So that brings up a great point that I didn't realize this entire Nuzlocke that he wasn't doing. We have gotten to a new age of Nuzlocking. There are still some purists out there that go like rare candies are cheating. We're past that. If it's the big year of 2025, use your rare candy cheat code to have 999. Obviously, hardcore Nuzlocke balances out because you have level caps and you can only level your Pokemon to the highest level of the next gym leader's Pokemon. So that is a good checks and balance. But if you're not running a hardcore Nuzlocke, just level your Pokemon to whatever you think will beat the gym. Grinding is in the past.
Kidmup and Goat were able to finish off Sydney's Pokemon with their water, ice, and fighting moves.
Nice.
And my 2 dogs, Pikachu and Floof, crunched and bit all of Phoebe's ghost Pokemon. Pikachu might be cursed, though. Against Glacia, my son finally stopped being a disappointment and fire blasted her Glalie. Then I tried to get Goat to drain her Celio, forgetting he didn't like ice.
Don't lose. No.
Okay.
Ice and burns. Those are his 2 big no-nos.
Yes.
Luckily, Kidmup was able to Earthquake the rest of her Pokemon. Now it was time for the 4th member of the Elite Four, Drake. His Altaria was defeated by Kidmup and Floof, but they both took some damage. Against his Flygon, I sent out my son.
Okay, what about Fire Blast?
Flygon needs a Mega. I hope he gets a Mega in this new ZA. He is one of the best designed Pokemon, in my opinion.
Then Flygon dug a hole in the ground, but by the time he came up, Mr. Flash was waiting for him and took him out with a fly. For Drake's next Flygon, I sent out Goat.
Next Flygon.
He doesn't like birds, and Flygon's a dragon?
Yeah, Flygon wasn't a bird, but I forgot a very important aspect about dragons.
They're my dynamic punch. Nope.
They can learn fire.
No.
Is he gonna get burned?
Oh, he knows flamethrower.
Fire and poison, those are his other 2 no-nos. Instead, Floof and Pikachu crunched Flygon's head off, and then I used Kidmup's last Blizzard on Salamence.
Okay, I'm gonna need this Blizzard to hit.
W coverage move.
Please.
Salamence. Oh, a sweet boy. I love him. Gen 3, goated.
Yes!
We had done it.
Oh my goodness.
We had cleared 4 champions with some very close calls, but we were all
GG, well played.
Now it was time to face the 5th member of the Elite Four. What, you didn't know about the secret 5th boss that's in every Pokemon game? We had one more challenger. Steven. Steven sent out a Skarmory, which was the perfect lightning rod for Pikachu. Then Kidmup took out Aggron with Surf, and my son defeated Cradily with Iron Tail.
Nice.
Then Steven sent out a Metagross, and things got messy. I thought Kidmup's Surf would be super effective against this rock with legs. Turns out it wasn't.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I have an idea. Kidmup, if you can last another hit, that would be amazing. Oh, Hyper Beam!
No, not a Hyper Beam.
Kidmup, my starter Pokemon.
Not the starter at the
taken
very
out.
end.
Okay.
At least you got Metagross's health low enough.
Dude, I hate losing starters. If I ever lose a starter in a Nuzlocke, I'm so heartbroken because I'm like, we could have gone the whole way. We were so close. It was me and you from the beginning. I don't know. I get really attached to my starters and my Nuzlocke team. So
That Floof could easily finish them off.
That's it.
Then Steven sent out his own King Eater, which I knew from personal experience they hated getting crunched.
I know this Pokemon. He hates getting crunched. I don't care about your special defense. You're getting crunched. It's probably because the special defense went up.
Floof eventually took down Claydol, even though Steven used a full restore on it 3 separate times.
yeah, unfortunately, this was before the physical special split, so most things just hit. So, you know, hey.
Stop it!
Which I get, man. I'm part of the Claydol lover community too. Next was the last Pokemon we needed to
crazy.
defeat. Armaldo. One hit from its ancient power badly injured Floof. So for this final fight, I sent Goat to finish him off. Goat, because he's so awesome, poisoned Armaldo just by standing next to him, and then promptly sky uppercutted him straight in the jaw, just barely
Nice
knocking him
effect
out.
spore for the
Armaldo
wind.
was clinging onto life when the unthinkable happened.
4-star.
Armaldo knew a bird move.
Oh. I didn't even know he gets aerial ace. That's a W coverage move for him. Because I think, what is he? Is he rock bug?
Goat had made it so far into our journey, only to faint inches away from the finish line. I could have sent out a level 5 Zigzagoon and still would have won because Armaldo died to poison on the very next turn.
The poison's gonna finish it off! Right?
They just send anyone in.
I didn't even have to... No!
That's so sad.
No! Not Goat!
By all accounts, Goat had defeated Armaldo, but he didn't make it, and neither did Kidmup. That was my starter and my favorite Pokemon.
It's just
no,
mud.
I don't want this trophy. I want Goat and Kidmup. Colleagues, friends.
Hey, at least they're still in the Hall of Fame. Even if your Pokemon faint at that battle, you have no way to deposit them until till after the Hall of Fame. So
Wally, we gather together to honor two.
not the Gardevoir.
Wally.
Not the Gardevoir in a shirt and veil, bro. Wally really be like me, though. And then Jaden. And then Alpharad is Absol back there. W.
We gather together to honor two of the bravest Pokemon I know. One of them from the humble town of Littleroot, and the other from a patch of grass in Petalburg Woods. Together, they faced gyms, rivals, and a plethora of wild Pokemon. And when the final challenge came, they didn't back down.
This sucks.
Nope.
I hated that.
And that's how my first Nuzlocke went.
Sucks. I hated that. Dude, absolutely W first Nuzlocke. That was really good. I think it's a first time Nuzlocke. Obviously, he said he's watched a bunch of Pokemon, so he pretty much knows a lot of the ins and outs and how to play the game. But it was just the biggest thing I saw was type matchups, not having like coverage moves, or just kind of like not knowing the mechanics of things. But other than that, huge props to you. Great job on your first Nuzlocke. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Huge shout out. Check out Odd1sOut. This was his Nuzlocke. I'll leave all the links in the description. And yeah, see you guys later. Peace. Goodbye.